Have you ever looked at someone's life and thought, fuck, how do they make it look so easy? Like everything falls perfectly in place for them. Money, opportunities, freedom, women, while you're still trying to figure out your shit. That was me, for sure. For a long period of time, I was the guy trying every single thing on the books. But nothing really felt that it was working until I realized that the difference between those guys and myself, it was not luck, it was energy. It was self-belief and the ability to sell, not products, but myself. Back in Mexico, I was just another kid. Played soccer, went out, partied, chased girls. Really, I had not fucking clue what I wanted to do with my life. But I was always fascinated by one thing, money. Not in a greedy way, but in a more curious way. I love business, negotiation, transactions. I mean, my whole family came from that background. Building small businesses, trading in the markets. So I didn't know it back then, but that was the instinct that it was gonna shape who I was gonna become. Then my mom did something really wild and she sent me out to Canada. I didn't want to go, I was pissed. I didn't even want to leave my friends behind, which at the end they ended up being not real friends. But that decision changed the trajectory of my life. I landed in Canada and bro, the first months were brutal. Host family didn't like me, I wanted to go back home, but I stayed. Because something deep down told me, if I can survive this, I can survive anything. Then came university, business school, and I thought, you know what, finally, I'm gonna be able to learn how to build something real. Nah. Old ass professors teaching from old ass textbooks how to run a business they've never run. So I was there again, feeling stuck, working at a 9 to 5. I was working at Winners actually, but I was trying every single side hustle you can name of. Clothing brand. I was selling Mexican accessories. I was cleaning shoes. I was even making fucking sandwiches. I tried everything and I failed a lot. But you know what I learned through all that time? Grades don't matter. I graduated with a 2.4 GPA and I've made more money, I've traveled and created more freedom and have a life worth living better than every single person that has asked me about my grades. Then COVID hit.
Well, it's been 2 weeks since I recorded my last video. I haven't been able to record anymore because I was kind of hectic week.
Alone, lost, bored, but that's when really everything changed. I started reading, meditating, going within, asking questions that I've never asked myself, like who I am, but what do I actually want in life? And that's when I found The Alchemist. This book changed my life because Santiago, the main character in the story, leaving home, chasing something greater than him, felt like my story. And that's when I realized that I was not lost. It was just the beginning of my journey. And at that time, I started a podcast with Walid, one of my best friends. And we had fire. We wanted to talk about everything. Life, books, mentors. Even though we didn't know that much, but that created momentum. Because that podcast connected us to business owners, creators, mentors, and every conversation, every connection, it was just a sign from life telling me, keep going, you're on the right path. Then, one of my best friends called me, telling me about this door-to-door sales idea. I mean, at first I told him, hey bro, there is no fucking way I'm knocking on doors. But then, I got on a call with Jason, and 2 hours later, I was in. That summer, in 4 months, I made 80 grand. And that completely rewired my brain. Because I realized this is what I was built for. Because see, sales is not just business. It's psychology, it's energy, it's human connection. It's the ultimate self-development tool that forces you to meet yourself. And that's when I learned that the reason why most people don't succeed in life is not because they're dumb. It's because they don't know how to sell themselves, their idea, their story, their energy. This job didn't teach me how to sell. It taught me how to believe. Next year, new industry, new company, pest control. Different game, same fire. But now, I was observing, I was learning, I was building. Fast forward, 2nd year in pest control, I manage an office with my 2 best friends. Spartans 300, 10 guys, over $1 million in service revenue. And see, that's when everything changed for me. Because that's when I learned what leadership really is. Leadership is not telling people what to do, it's showing them who they can become on that journey. We did something great. Best culture, brotherhood, growth. It was not just numbers. I saw people changing their lives right in front of me. And that's when I realized that I was doing something way greater than sales. It was the beginning of something big. Now, I'm here. I'm not the same kid that came to Canada scared, lost, broke. I mean, I'm not rich by all means, yet. But I've made money, I've led teams, and I've built character. But most importantly, I've built myself. Yes, I'm still obsessed with growth. I read over 20 books a year. I meditate, I train, I reflect, I work on myself. But now I'm building my personal brand. Cause see, I just don't want to talk about change. I want to embody it. I want to show you how it looks like when you take control of your story, when you bet on yourself. How can you turn pain into purpose? Summer 26 is coming, and I'm building a team of fucking killers. People with drive, hunger, purpose. Not because I need it, but because I want to see what happens when we will rise together. So if you're watching this and you feel like you're behind or you're doubting your path, remember this. Your story is not meant to make sense while you're living it. It only makes sense when you look back at it. And when you do, you realize that every L, every failure, every heartbreak, every lonely night, it was all part of the fucking plan. And when you do, you realize that that's just the beginning. Appreciate you for watching. More to come, always. Catch you guys in the next one.